and welcome to TWF Rampage, or Ram Through. I am Joey Styles, here at Trini Kwan and with Taz. And today on Rampage, or Ram Through, we're going to see Keith Lee here today. And he's not in a good mood, Joey Styles says. No, he's not in a good mood at all, Joey Styles, Trini Kwan said, and I'll tell you why he's not. You see, we know that the guessing day, Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, Rhea Ripley beat up King Kong, Keith Lee, Hulk Hogan 4, and the Hulk. Trini Kwan said. Well, Taz says they're already taking over the TWF. You know, at the end of the day, it's going to be cool to see them take over the TWF. We'll see where that goes, Taz says. You know what? Now we got this creep in the ring. Well, I don't know why I'm here. But I just heard that, King Kong and the Hulk and 4 and Hulk Hogan all got beat up by the guessing day. Which is truly sad. That means you're not going to be seeing any of them for any time soon. And the truth is, I don't think any of them really truly care, that much about them. And the sad thing is that I could easily beat them up myself. Is that so? You say you're gonna beat me up, huh? You shame now. Oh. And you talk about how King Kong, Hulk Hogan, the Hulk and 4, and myself all got beat up by Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, and Rhea Ripley. Like it's some kind of thing to be glad about. What were you going to do? Yeah. You said you were going to beat me up. Is that right? You said you were going to beat me up. Yeah, I said I was going to beat you up. I said if they could beat you up, then it would be, then it would be smooth enough for me to beat you up. Well, I don't think that you're going to beat me up. But I like to see you see, Keith Lee says. Alright, Keith Lee, whoever you are. Yes, I do know the guessing days doing their bullshit. And I know that Adam Pearce and Shawn Michaels don't show up a lot on the shows. And I know that Dean Hill and Scott D'Amore don't show up all the times on the show either. But I'm the nearest thing that TWF has to Adam Pearce, Shawn Michaels, Dean Hill, and Scott D'Amore. So, you want to fight? We're going to have a fight. Here today, on Rampage, or Ram Through, we're going to see Keith Lee fight whoever you are. I don't know what your name is, and I don't really truly care. All I know is, you started something with Keith Lee, started something with the former WWE NXT heavyweight fighter, the former WWE NXT North New World fighter, and the former former an AEW team fighter. So the way I look at it, you just got yourself in a bind. Well, you heard Astronema. Why don't you go show how you can smoothly beat me then? Since you seem to think that you can smoothly beat me. Let's go do it. Ding ding ding. Well, Joey Styles said it has been one needed week here in the TWF. And Keith Lee is right. Keith Lee, Hulk Hogan, 4, the Hulk, and King Kong were all beat up by Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, Rhea Ripley, the guessing day. Well, Trini Kwan said, the guessing day, they say they're not the NWO, they're not DX, they're not Nexus, they're not Ace and AIDS, they're not the Retribution, or any of those teams, whatever the English word half that stuff is. They're not any of those teams, but they say they're going to do what those teams all could not do. Take over, Trini Kwan said. Give me a break. Yeah, well, Taz says, at the end of the day, each one of those teams did come close to take over. They didn't fully do it, but it did come close. Duh. And you know what? Taz said, I wouldn't make them angry. I wouldn't make the guessing day angry, Taz says. Well, we do know Keith Lee is taking care of this fool, this dummy, this creep who came out and said he could beat up Keith Lee. Well, Keith Lee's coming back right now. Joey Styles said Keith Lee. And, Keith Lee just went in the ring, hit the ring steeple. And now this creep thinks he's gonna, knock him down, Joey Styles says. Yeah, and it took how long, Taz said, to get Keith Lee's doll? And it took a long time to get Keith Lee's doll, Taz says. And he's gonna get beat up by some evildoer from Scooby-Doo. Taz says, which is truly bad. He's coming back again. But this time, Keith Lee got him. And the sidewalk slam. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Joey Styles says, done. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner, Keith Lee. And now Keith Lee has beat whoever this fellow is, whoever this lord is. You know, here today on Rampage or Ramfru, Joey Styles says. Well, I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing. Whoever he is, Taz said, whoever he is, Trini Kwan said, he'll learn to onlook Keith Lee and not start shit with him anymore. You know? Yeah, that's what I think. Well, you could be wrong about that, Taz says. And sooner or later, I think that Keith Lee got lucky by beating him. I think if this match or fight kept going, he would have beat Keith Lee. That's just what I think, Taz says. Well, Jonathan Coachman now is going to talk with Keith Lee now, Joey Styles says. Take it away, Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Joey Styles. I'm going to be talking with Keith Lee here today on Rampage or Ramfru. Keith Lee, how is King Kong 4, Hulk, and Hulk Hogan doing? How is King Kong, Hulk Hogan 4, and Hulk doing? I don't know. We got beat up truly bad, Jonathan Coachman, by Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, and Rhea Ripley, the guessing day. You know, I don't know what their hang-up is, what their bind is. They say they're not like the NWO or DX or Nexus or the Ace and AIDS or Retribution, whatever the English word for that is. But they're taking over just like all those teams hope to do. And just like all those teams, they lost at taking over. So, you think you're going to overthrow us and take our steads, Keith Lee says. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, Rhea Ripley, you're not taking my stead. You're not going to overthrow me and take my stead. You're not going to take Hulk Hogan's stead, or King Kong's stead, or the Hulk's stead, or even Thor's stead, you creeps. What you are going to get is a beatdown from me, from Hulk Hogan, from King Kong, from the Hulk, and from Thor. That's what you're going to get. Well, thank you for talking with Keith Lee. Back to you, Joey Styles. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Keith Lee here today on Rampage or Ramfru. That's all the time we got here for Rampage or Ramfru. I am Joey Styles for Trini Kwan and Taz. We hope you like Rampage or Ramfru, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.